Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Popping the Popcorn. I'm your host, Katie, and today I have my friend Ricky. How you doing, Ricky?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me, Katie. It's a pleasure being here.
Here comes Patrick.
Dick Jones!
I don't even know what that's from. What is that from?
RoboCop.
Oh, okay. He's talking about RoboCop. Gotcha. I've seen RoboCop, but I haven't seen it in so long. It's such a classic movie, but I haven't seen it so long. Maybe I'll rewatch it.
Yeah. Dick Jones recruiting for OCP. Anybody out there? Go and join him.
Yeah. Ricky has his own podcast YouTube channel that he does with his friend Pablo. What do you guys do on your YouTube channel, and what is it called?
Okay, well, it's called Old AF Reviewers. I'm not too sure what we do, to be honest, because half the time we're drunk. We talk movies. Now, we don't do all these reviews and stuff like that. When we're doing the channel, we wanted it to be more like you're having a few drinks with your friends and reminiscing on the old classics, like the old Schwarzenegger movies and stuff like that. So that's how we go about it. We get drunk and talk films and do stupid things like eating cows' testicles and things like that.
You guys are a lot of fun over there. I love watching your videos and stuff like that, especially the one where y'all did kind of like a trailer teaser type of thing. When you guys were like, I think it was like Alien or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was something.
Yeah, I know we did. We did the one where we did the Halloween one. It was like a makeshift of Candyman where I had to say Pablo 5 times in the mirror, and then the ugly bald man with the hideous face would appear. We did that one as a bit of a trailer. We've done all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun over there.
Yeah.
And I linked Ricky's stuff all down below. So if you guys want to go check them out, if you guys haven't checked them out before, go check them out. They're a lot of fun. Ricky's from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
What part are you from?
I'm living in the East Midlands at the moment, which is sort of in between Nottingham and Derby.
Okay.
So I was born in London. I moved to Manchester. Now I'm in the Midlands, so I've lived all over the country.
Oh wow, yeah. Patrick saying The Guest versus Anaconda.
Don't mention Anaconda. It's a very, very sore subject now.
I couldn't miss this. Nodding. That's what Jen's saying.
Yeah.
I've had Rocky Mountain oysters. My cousin, it was funny. My cousin, we were at the fair, and it's a staple at the fair, and it was the state fair in Florida. And she's like, "Try this," and I was like, "What the heck am I eating?" And then she told me it was ball testicles, and I was like, "What?" And I spit it out. I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah. I think one of the worst things I ate was the 100-year-old duck eggs. They were vile.
I bet. I would not.
Or the Carolina Reaper. That was probably the hottest thing I've ever ate in my life. I was delirious. I don't know what I was doing. I was running into walls and all sorts. I was in agony.
Oh, wow. Did Pablo eat it too?
No, he didn't.
No?
He said no. He drew the line there. He wasn't going to do it.
Wow. Yeah. I would not do it either. I would try, the hot ones. Have you ever seen them? The hot ones? I would try some of those hot sauces on the hot ones, but I would not try the Carolina Reaper, no.
Yeah, well, we did all the Carolina Reaper hot sauces and stuff like that, and we did pork scratchings and peanuts and everything else. We thought that we've got to do it, so we just ate a Carolina Reaper. Well, I did anyway. Pablo said, no, not doing it.
Right. What's your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie that you like?
I hate that word favorite.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, and there's so many different genres. Some of my favorites that I've watched over and over again would be the likes of Pulp Fiction, Terminator 2, Die Hard, the original one. There's just so many great films, and I don't have a favorite, hence the reason I've got thousands of the bloody things on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff like that.
Right. Patrick saying the chili challenge round is legendary.
Yeah, the first time we did it, yeah, we didn't get to the Carolina Reapers. We ate Scotch bonnets and ghost peppers.
Video Tasty saying cancel Ricky.
He would, because he keeps trying to get one over on me, and he's like Scooby-Doo every time. I would have got away with it if it weren't for that pesky Ricky.
That's funny. Well, I don't even know Video Tasty's real name, but I always watch his videos. What?
It's Gareth, but they call him Garrett in Ireland. Tibishow.
I always watch his videos. I watched his one this morning that he did on VHSs that I've never heard of.
Yeah, Gareth's a good bloke. Every now and then.
And you're both from the same country, right? He's from England.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Matthew.
Oh, Matthew Binney. Another VHS legend.
And Conda is a bag. Why you don't like them?
We had a competition, me, Vass from Horror Lives Matter, and Gareth, and we were talking through our favourite horrors of the 1990s. Now, one of them on my list was Anaconda, which, let's face it, okay, it's not aged well, but it's still a solid film. And back in the 90s, it was a whole lot of fun. And I'd heard nothing but Anaconda. And I won the competition, and they just hate it now. And they keep throwing Anaconda in my face.
Gotcha.
It's cool being a sore loser.
He's now hurting you, Ricky.
Yes. Yeah.
We all love Ricky. Do not cancel Ricky. We all love him. So, what do you what's your favorite thing about your channel that you like to do? Do you guys like doing the weird challenges, or do you like doing your different like little things?
I don't know. I mean, we try and do different things all the time. I did my first scripted video a few weeks ago on lesser known found footage horrors, like the zero budget ones and stuff like that, and that was a whole lot of fun doing that because it was a completely different process to what I'm used to. So I wrote the script and recorded it, reading the script, and then you didn't see me, you just had pictures and clips over it. So that was good fun. We're in the process of writing a screenplay for a movie that we want to make as well. So that's going to be the biggest challenge yet.
That would be fun. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I mean, we just keep trying new things, but we seem to always, we're going through a top 5 phase at the moment. Instead of talking about one film, we're going for top 5. So we did top 5 Schwarzenegger films. We did the top 5. What was the last one we did? The top 5 horror reboots that were better than the originals. We did the top 5 hood movies and things like that. So, you know, the top 5s were a lot of fun. But I think my favourite part is just shooting the breeze, because it is like a night with friends. We don't rehearse anything. We don't plan anything. We just crack some beers, put the camera on and talk about, obviously we know what film we're going to talk about.
Right.
But yeah, we just have a few beers, roll the camera and see where it goes. The only tricky bit then is editing it and thinking, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I better cut that out, otherwise my YouTube channel will be cancelled.
Hobbs is listening, and Hobbs said, "I'm a huge fan and hope he will give a big shout out and appreciation to him from me from the Midnight Hour, please." And he's saying, "Hi, Ricky."
Hello, Josh. Thank you. It's always a pleasure seeing your content as well, Josh. And the whole Midnight Society. I love that. Patrick and Al and everybody on there. Always great watch.
Yes, we all try to do something different. Tonight, Jennifer and I are taking over the Midnight Hour. So part of the Witching Hour is taking over the Midnight Hour with our friend, the Strange Monkey. Have you heard of Strange Monkey? Hey, Frosty.
Sorry about that. I've just got my dog trying to get in the door. Ugh. Yeah, the only trouble is with the midnight hours. Sometimes if I'm on late and I'm getting home at about 1, 2 in the morning, I can tune in live. But other than that, I've got to watch it because it's sort of like 3 in the morning sometimes here. And
right. But we know you're there because you pop in and say hi.
yeah, definitely.
Frosty
Frosty Cola.
Hi. Hi, Forgotten World of Movies. How you doing?
How are we?
Yeah, so Hobbs is just saying that that he's a fan of you and likes you. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, I remember seeing Hobbs when I first started on YouTube, and seeing Patrick as well, and I just thought, wow, what a pair of legends. Especially Patrick with he's doing his interviewing as well, like yourself. And I don't know where he gets these people from. I don't. He's interviewing somebody.
I asked him. I know how he gets them. I asked him.
Well, I'm assuming he reaches out to them somehow.
He does. But also what he does is people that he reviews, he goes and shows them like the videos and stuff. And say, hey, do you want to review it or whatever? Or do you want me to interview you or something?
Yeah.
And he also has a blog that y'all should check out as well. Patrick does.
Yeah.
Patrick, if you want to link your blog down below, go ahead and do that so people can follow your blog as well. And everybody can connect to everybody in the chat if you guys are already connected to each other.
I think between Patrick and Gareth at Video Tasties, they're like the 2 busiest YouTubers I know. They're just constantly boom, uploading. I'm thinking, where do they get the time? Where do they get the time?
Well, I just uploaded 3 videos the other day.
I know.
And everybody was like, whoa, where did this come from? And I was like, well, I had time.
Yeah.
I had time the other day. So I reviewed Licorice Pizza. Have you seen that one yet?
That's a musical, isn't it?
No, Licorice Pizza, no.
Oh.
It's do you guys have that over there yet?
Yeah, isn't it? I've not seen it. I can remember reading about it and thinking that doesn't sound like my sort of film.
It's a what's his name? I can't even think of his face right now. Most people don't like his films. But I know John from Man of Movies really liked him. What was it? It was it is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of people don't like his movies.
Yeah. I can remember reading a write-up to it and thinking, it doesn't sound like my sort of film. In fact, I'd say Hollywood this last year or so has been very, very bland. I think independent's the way forward.
Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I agree with you. And then Patrick, if y'all want to go follow Patrick's blog, he also does it besides his YouTube channel. You guys should definitely go check out Patrick's blog because it's amazing over there. It's so it's basically a rom-com, but it's more of a rom-com for guys. That's what that movie is basically. I didn't like it. I thought it was okay.
My favorite romance for guys is True Romance.
I agree.
Quentin Tarantino wrote that. That's like a love film for blokes.
Right.
Guys in America. I love Tarantino.
I do
Although
too.
I preferred his earlier films to like that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm watching it thinking, what am I watching? What am I watching here?
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Mexico was all right. I really like his first movie that he directed was Reservoir Dogs. Have you seen that one?
Classic. Reservoir Dogs, and I thought it can't get any better. Then he did Pulp Fiction, and I'm like, whoa, he got better. And then I heard he's doing Jackie Brown. I thought, I can't wait for this. And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh, he got worse.
Yeah.
He just didn't capture. I don't think he's captured the magic he had in Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction again. I think the closest he's got to it was The Hateful Eight.
Right. Yeah. No. Once Upon a Time in Mexico was Robert Rodriguez, didn't?
Yeah.
But Robert
they got a good.
Friends. What?
Yeah, they are. they are a good. They've got a close connection. They work a lot together, don't he? He normally executive produces for Tarantino as well.
Yes, he does. And I actually really liked when they did Grindhouse. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I like their Grindhouse stuff, but now I haven't really seen any. Robert Rodriguez hasn't really come out with a film in a while, but Tarantino has. But some of his films are all right now.
I mean, Robert Rodriguez, he did Desperado, didn't he, with Banderas?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good film.
Mm-hmm. It was. Yeah. I also really like Martin Scorsese movies too. Do you like him?
Yeah. I think he's probably one of the best at gangster films. Definitely.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the best ones, and he always had Leonardo DiCaprio, or there goes Voss right there. Hi, Voss.
Voss man.
How are you?
He's probably still licking his wounds from that anaconda as well.
It's so interesting. Even though that YouTube's like a big like YouTube world, it's funny how we all kind of just know each other. I mean, it's interesting.
I was saying exactly the same to Patrick. Although I've never met anybody from YouTube in person, I feel like I can just go online with a YouTuber and talk to them like I've known them for years. And I think it's because you watch videos, you get that more. And in the community we're in, we're talking about our likes and dislikes and stuff like that. So you get that connection with somebody. Oh, that person likes what I like. He loves his 80s actions, or this person loves his horrors. And so I feel that you build a connection with people from watching their videos. So when you do finally talk to them, so this is like my first time talking to you, and I feel like I know you because I know what you like, and I know that you love Disney and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. But I also love a lot of other things too. Goodfellas is better. Goodfellas is better than Scarface. But I like,
No.
Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time.
No, I always preferred Scarface.
He goes, I ain't licking nothing.
Yeah, he's very sore. He's very, very sore.
That's what he said. I want to rewatch.
I want a rematch versus Sophie.
What's that? What is he talking about?
Oh, Gareth's doing some video tasties where he's basically getting people on and doing like I think with Sophie and Patrick, he did the top 10 horrors after the 2000s, so 2000s and beyond. They've got to present their lists, argue it out, see whose list is the best, and leave it up to the people in the comments to decide.
Gotcha. Matthew is saying, I don't like Facebook. YouTube is better. I mean, like, I do like Scarface too, but like I said, Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time.
I think I'm biased because I'm a massive, massive Al Pacino fan. I think he's absolutely amazing. I can remember when I saw him in Heat, that was it. I was his biggest fan. I thought he was just so charismatic in that film.
People in person that don't know me on YouTube think I'm weird. Jen, you're not weird. Don't say that. Ricky said I crushed my lip with my
Absolutely. Lip. Patrick had that in the bag.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to watch that. I was actually at work when that was on, so I only got to see snippets of it. I have to go back and watch it.
I think it was because it was in the UK. I think the UK stuck up for Sophie instead of Patrick.
Right. Wasn't it horror movies they were doing or something?
Yeah, and Patrick, let's face it, Patrick is the master of horror, not Vass. Sorry, Vass, I'm only joking.
Hey, well, they what I think is like people don't realize that we all have like I like Disney, okay, for example. They like horror, for example. I mean, like I like horror too, but they have different point of views on it, I think. Hey, Nora.
So I mean, I like I like the old Disney. I don't like the new Disney that are trying to push the message all the time. I prefer the old innocent Disney from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to have a lot of agendas these days, and a lot of woke people working for them. And I mean, just look what they've done to Star Wars. They have run it into the ground.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
I am, of the old Star Wars, not the Disney Star Wars.
I'm a huge fan of Star Wars too. My favorite is Return of the Jedi.
Ooh, a good shot. Do you know, I've just slated Disney Star Wars. My favorite film is The Force Awakens.
Okay, that's a good one.
But then every other Disney effort after that, I just thought ruined it. But
out of the newer ones, I like Rogue One the best.
Oh yeah, but that was a different side of it, wasn't it? That was like
it was before. It's supposed to be before A New Hope, so that was supposed to be before A New Hope.
That scene with Darth Vader at the end was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show yet?
I gave up on it. That's another one they've just destroyed him, haven't they? They've just made him a shadow of what made him great. The first time they did the same with Luke Skywalker. They just
putting him in Mandalorian.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that they're trying to make people dislike the characters that they're doing a series on, like Obi-Wan, to make way for new characters and push new characters. You think, well, just give the new characters that you want to push their own show, and don't destroy the people that made everything about it so great in the first place.
Mm-hmm. What I think they should do is Darth Maul's one of my favorite characters. You know, one of my favorite dark side characters. I think they should do a story on him because people don't know the backstory of Darth Maul unless you read the books or something.
Yeah, he was the saving grace of that film.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't like
and
that.
He's only in that film for like a few minutes, but
yeah, I didn't like Jar Jar Binks. I didn't like the whole young Anakin setup. But then I think the prequels got a lot of hate, but I thought they were brilliant. Other than that one, I thought the following two were amazing.
Right. I like
especially where Yoda was fighting Christopher Lee.
Right. Yeah.
I was cheering in the cinema when that happened.
I love Christopher Lee. I love him in Lord of the Rings as Saruman.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. You only watch the original Star Wars. Well, those are the best ones anyway, Jen. You're not missing much.
Yeah. Well, prequels were good, except for Phantom Menace. But that had to happen to set the sort of tone for the rest of the movies.
Right.
Because it had to have Anakin meeting Obi-Wan, and then obviously his transformation to the dark side. But I just think they dragged it out too long, that film. It could have been a lot quicker.
You know they were gonna put Luke Skywalker into the dark side. You know, in a couple of the original movies when he was in black, they were gonna that's when he was thinking about going to the dark side, and then George Lucas changed his mind at the last minute.
Yeah. I don't think that would have worked. Because again, he's the savior, wasn't he? He was the good seed from Anakin that actually saved the day. So he sort of he sort of repented his father's sins, as it were, in the originals, and that was.
But don't forget, Anakin came back once the battle from him and Luke. Anakin came back to the light side, actually.
Yeah,
and that's why that's kind of.
Yeah, I always these sorts of things that, let's face it. Okay, he's done his good bit and bumped off the Emperor. That's okay, but what about everything he did on the build up to that? Do you forgive him now, or he killed all the younglings? And I just think, okay,
right?
He's still the baddie.
Right. Well, I don't like Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren is a whiny crybaby.
Really didn't like him. He was good until he took his helmet off.
Right. Then he was a whiny crybaby.
Yeah, and you just see this little brat underneath. You think,
But I do like Adam Driver though. Adam Driver is a really good actor. Though.
See, I don't like him. I don't. It's nothing personal, but I just don't. I don't rate him as an actor. I don't think he's a great actor. I don't like him.
Have you seen him in anything else besides Star Wars?
Yeah. Can't think of the bloody.
He's in that HBO show Girls. I know that.
I've not seen that. Do you know? I don't watch many shows. Simply because I end up liking them, and I just don't have time to see them. I got to about season 3 of Breaking Bad, and then stopped watching it. And
Breaking Bad's so good, though.
I know, but then I was just struggling to get the time, and it was about 6 months. So I've now just bought the whole lot on Blu-ray, and I'm gonna have to start again from the beginning because I can't remember what I was up to or anything like that. But it is hard to get the time when, you know, I've got a family and I've got a job that's long hours, and I'm either up at 4 in the morning or not getting home till midnight, 1 in the morning.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to find the time and then make content and then do everything else you have to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I
mean, people don't understand that, like, if you have a job, like YouTube's not your full-time job and you have a full-time job and a family to take care of, people don't understand that sometimes. And they're like, why haven't you put a video out or something?
Yeah. Are you okay? Well, yeah, I'm okay. I've just got a life. That's another thing. But it's nice that people do sort of message and say, you okay? You've not done a video for a while. Are you okay? So that is nice.
That was
but
nice.
At the same time,
when I took a couple months off, people were messaging me left and right saying, are you okay? Where are you? And I was like, I'm in the process of moving.
I think I messaged you as well, actually, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
You said you were moving.
And you also said in the live stream, I think it was the midnight hour or something, oh, it's good to see you back. Yeah. Like I didn't realize like how many people actually missed me until I started doing videos again. Everybody's like, welcome back and stuff like that. And it was just nice, you know.
It is. I think it is. It's like seeing, like you say, it's like friends. It's like seeing friends. So again, all of a sudden you'll upload a video, Vass will upload a video, Gareth will upload a video, and you're used to seeing them. And then all of a sudden they don't upload, and it's like you're not seeing your friends. And it's like, oh, where have you been?
Right.
What have you been doing? So
yeah,
it is. Yeah,
it's so funny because my fiance is like, "Who are you talking to?" When I'm talking to people, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm talking to my friends on YouTube," and he's like, "That's good." He's like, I'm happy for you. And I said, I've met so many people around the world. It's so crazy. Yeah.
It is bizarre. Again, I've never been to America. Now I'm talking to all these people from America, and it's really good. And I think, because I've always said, I don't see Facebook as social media or Instagram as social media, because I grew up without that. I mean, I'm in my 40s.
Right. I grew up without it too. I grew up in the 90s and I'm 35 and I didn't grow up with any of that stuff either.
So I mean, I don't know how you meet people on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. I don't know how people do it. So I've never looked at it as social. I just sort of, oh, I know that person, add friend, or that person wants to send me, I know that person, yeah, add friend. No, I don't know that person. I don't want to be friends. But YouTube, I think, is the true social media, because, as I say, you do get to know people. You know their likes, their dislikes, and their pet hates and things like that. And now I'm sat here talking to you in the States, and I'm in the UK, so it doesn't get more social than that.
No, I agree with you. It's, even though that YouTube's a vast place, we have a film community, and it's so like small. But also, I belong in the Disney community too, and that's so big as well. And a lot of people know who I am. And it's just interesting how I collide those two worlds together, because the last couple of Creators Corners, I had Disney people on there as well. So it was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of podcasters too. So it's nice to like know different people, I guess. Yeah,
definitely. It's always interesting, again, meeting new people and their take on movies, because that's why we're doing this, because we all love movies and we're all passionate about films. So it's always great to see somebody else's opinions on things.
Right. So, what genre of movie do you like the best? Do you like the 80s, the 90s, 2000s? What do you like the best? You don't know?
Um, it's always hard to pinpoint. I love horror. Horror's probably one of my favorite genres,
Mhm.
but my all-time favorites are probably the actions. Like I said, Terminator 2, Die Hard, the Lethal Weapon
Mhm.
films. So I love the sort of 80s, 90s actions, but I also love horror, and that stems back from that 70s with The Exorcist all the way up to now, where you've got the
Mhm.
Conjuring universe
I
and
like the
all,
Conjuring universe. I
yeah,
love the paranormal universe of horror movies. Those are my favorite.
yeah, that's what I find scary. I don't find the slasher films scary. I love the slasher films, but I don't find them scary. I
I
always
don't
think,
either. Like I was watching the first Scream yesterday because I got the Blu-ray the other day at Walmart of all
yeah,
three of them, the
hmm
first three Screams. And
yeah.
I was watching the first one and I was like, why did this crap scare me when I was like 8 years old? Because I was 8 years old when it came out. I was like, why did this scare me? And now it doesn't even scare me. I'm like, what am I watching?
I think Scream, I think a lot of people will agree, is a bit of a chick flick.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody say that. It's a chick flick.
Mm. There's
Why
a
do you
lot of
say?
people in the UK that say that.
Why do they say that?
That was a big debate on the other chat. Vass hated it. Vass said that Scream is one of the best horror films ever made.
Uh huh. It's
And
Wes Craven. Everybody
it
loves Wes
is.
Craven.
Well, no, I think Wes Craven, when he's on point, makes some amazing films. Look at Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also made a lot of turkeys as well.
Like,
He's
what movie don't you like that he did?
Serpent and the Rainbow.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, not great. You're not missing anything. That one he did on an airplane, I thought that was a bit poor
Red
as
Eye.
well. Yeah, Red Eye. I wasn't a fan of that. There's a lot he's done that isn't great, but he's done some awesome ones as well. The Nightmare on Elm Street, for instance. I know I'm not a big fan, but Scream, I can't
I
take
told
away how.
everybody Ricky doesn't know horror.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the best 90s film ever for a chick flick.
A lot of people disagreed with that, Vass.
I don't.
But
I've
yeah,
never heard of it as a chick flick, so that's why I'm like, I've never heard that before.
it's a bit of a girly horror film, isn't it? I think the females love that as a horror film.
I know a couple guys that like it as a horror film.
Yeah, I know a couple of guys too. Vass and Gareth. They're the only two.
But do you think Stu's alive? People are asking that question. I've seen people ask that question. Do you think Stu's alive?
Do I think Stu's alive?
From Scream. Matthew Lillard's character.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you know what? I don't care. Sorry.
Jamie's saying hi, Ricky.
Jamie! I didn't know until recently how good she was at singing.
Yeah, she's a really good singer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys should go check out Jamie Hart if you haven't already, and everybody connect with everybody in the chat if you haven't connected. But pretty much, I think everybody pretty much knows everybody in this chat right now.
But that's good. Again, it's the community as well. It's
yeah.
I really love the community room. I love supporting other channels as well.
It's always fun to support each other.
Definitely.
You know, we all should support each other. I think in this world that we live in today, with all the shootings going around, all the hate, all the people hating like the LGBTQ community and all that, we should all love one another regardless of what you are.
Yep.
You know, that's always been my philosophy. We should all love each other no matter what.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, there's been so many shootings going on in the States lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously we don't get a great deal over here because guns are illegal. I'm not saying you can't get your hands on one, obviously, because you can, but it's, I mean, you've got real issues with guns in the States, haven't you? Especially with these school shootings and stuff like that. Jesus wept.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like when you can't even send your kids to school and feel safe, you know?
Right.
So
a lot of people now, a lot of people homeschool their kids.
Yeah. Well, I can imagine. I mean, it's like if I sent my daughter to school one day and hey, she's school's been shot up and X amount of kids are dead, you'd be like, oh, school.
Right. You'd be over there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, definitely. But it's like, how? What? Why is this happening? Why? Oh God.
Jamie's saying I love everyone but Trump and Amber Heard.
If Trump was still in power, though, gas prices would be a bit lower, wouldn't they?
Probably. Probably. I'm not going there. Is your gas prices high?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, obviously, with the war in the Ukraine, now the argument is that Trump is putting forward is that if he was still in power, right, Russia wouldn't have invaded Ukraine. But how true is that? I don't know. See, I like Trump. I love Trump, but I watched from a safe distance.
Right.
He was always good. It was always good to see if he was pissed off one morning, or it's always good reading Donald Trump's tweets.
Right, but he's not on Twitter anymore because he's banned on Twitter, isn't he?
Yeah. It's comical. It was great because it wasn't just us who had a dickhead for a leader. We got Boris Johnson, for God's sake.
I have personal experience with Trump, and he was a small business killer. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Jamie. Support and love your heart. Yes. My husband worked for him once. I used to when I lived in Florida because the part of Florida that I lived in, he would fly his private plane in West Palm International. I lived about 10 minutes from there, and I could go see his plane if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It says Trump on it. And it's like black.
We had a program in the UK with Sacha Baron Cohen called Ali G.
Yes, I have seen that movie. I like that movie.
Well, it started off as a sketch from a program. He used to go and see people. They wouldn't know who he was because he was unfamous back then. And he would just go in character and wind these people up. And he went to the States because everybody in the UK knew who he was. So he went in, he had an interview with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Before he was president, obviously. And he was such an arsehole to Ali G. Well, Sacha Baron Cohen, obviously, as he is, really. And I thought then, what an arrogant arsehole that Donald Trump is. Yeah.
I love Sacha Baron Cohen because he's so original. I actually really like his stuff because he's so original with his stuff.
He's a brave
when he
guy.
Came out with Borat, when he came out with Borat.
Yeah.
And then Bruno.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Bruno so much. I didn't find it as funny.
I didn't like it as much either, but it was just funny to see him in a blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I'm so used to seeing him in like his brown hair, and I'm like, he looks different. And he was playing like a gay character. I don't know. And he was like sitting on people. I remember he was sitting on people.
Yeah.
He was sitting on like celebrities.
Yeah, for me, coming off the back of Borat, I can remember watching that in the cinema and I was in tears laughing at that film, Borat. And then I think the next one being Bruno, I expected the same again, but it was just, there's a couple of moments that made me laugh. Right. But on the whole, it just wasn't anywhere near as. And
then he did Talladega Nights after that. You know why he did Talladega Nights?
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
Because people were saying, "Oh, you play in your own movies. You can't play in somebody else's movie." So he's like, "I'm gonna show you," and so that's why he came up with the Pierre character.
But it was in Hugo as well.
Yes.
As some sort of train station master or something like that. I can't remember why he was. So yeah, it's been. But I think the best film he's done was called Grimsby.
Yes, that was a good one.
That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe ended up getting
Hey,
AIDS.
Retro Collector. How you doing?
Hello. Another UK guy.
Yes, there's a lot of you UK guys that I'm friend with.
Yeah.
But it's nice though, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice to have different people from around the world be friends. I cannot do your British accent. I try, but I can't.
Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear you trying it.
I cannot do it.
Come on.
I sound like Forrest Gump when I do it.
Well, that'll be even better. Let's have it.
Let's see. I can't.
And don't say cup of tea and all that lot.
A cup of tea. You want a cup of tea? I can't even do it. You want a cup of tea? I can't do it.
No. Yeah, but American's easy to do, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can all talk like an American, you know.
Movies, Katie, and nice to see you in a live stream. Thank you, Retro Collector. I love all my friends in the UK. They get me. Yes, they do. You Americans
Jamie.
have awesome accents in my view, Katie. Thank you. Well, people say my accent, people say I'm from Wisconsin or I'm from Canada, but I'm like, I have a Florida accent. And
that's just it. I don't know how, other than the South, all the Americans sound the same, I thought. Because down south, you know, where they eat pea soup and roadkill, you know. That's, see, to me, that's like the only different America. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference from somebody from LA to New York.
Well, New York, if you're from like Brooklyn, Queens, stuff like that, you have more of a thicker accent. Boston, you have more of a thicker accent. But
Biggie Smalls was from Brooklyn, and I couldn't tell the way he spoke apart from somebody from the West Coast. It was
right. Well, see, I'm Southern, so I was born and raised in Florida. So I say I have a Florida accent, but my parents, my mom was born in West Virginia, my dad was born in Arkansas. So my mom had a little bit of an accent. My dad does not. It's interesting. What was that? If it's Tony, if better for you, Katie, I know retro. It's all good. Thank you, Tony. You're from the UK, Ricky. Yes.
I am, yes.
I have a mixed accent, part New York, part PA, part Ohio, and part Canadian. I am in a mutt of accents.
What's PA?
Pennsylvania.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Pennsylvania. Yeah, like Florida's FL, New York's NY.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all different. It's weird how we have acronyms for where we live. You guys don't have that there, do you?
We call it the UK.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Or we call it GB. But no, we don't have any of that, no.
Yeah.
We have what you call postal codes, which normally starts with the county or the city you live in.
Yeah, we have that too. But like when we write a letter or write, like, say, like, I'm going to send you something, we would just abbreviate it.
Yeah.
Like NY, if you wanted to send something to me, people would just say NY instead of New York NY.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, we just do that. I don't know. It's just a United States thing, I guess. But it's kind of cool though to see the cultures come together though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think it's bizarre because a lot of the lingo as well between America and the UK, whereas the UK used to know everybody's from America's lingo because of the movies and music, but now I think the UK is more I wouldn't say more popular in America, but with movies and things like that, especially with Guy Ritchie and people and Sacha Baron Cohen, we've now gone across the pond and people know that we call people mates, and if we talk about a pub, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about a bar, as you call it in America. So I think, a lot of the lingo has now gone over to the States.
Like my friend, he's from Southampton, and he we were doing something. I think we were playing a video game or one of those virtual headsets, and he goes, "You want to give it a go?" And I'm like, "What the heck is give it a go?"
Have a go. You want to have a go? Give it a go.
Yeah, the first time I heard that, I was like, "What? What does that mean?" And he's like looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, what would you say in America then for if you want to take a turn or something?
I would be like, "Do you want to play this, or do you want to have this, or something like that,
Okay.
or do you want to see this?"
Oh, give it a go. Give it a go. Try it. Have some of that.
Tony's saying he's from Manchester.
I used to live in Manchester. I used to live in Salford before. I'm now in the East Midlands, in between Derby. Well, I'm in Derby, but sort of halfway between Derby and Nottingham.
UK can fit in South Australia.
I'm sure it can, Matthew. Australia is a very big place.
We have some people in Montana with Irish accents.
I will say, for a very small island, we thrashed a lot of the world. Hence the reason a lot of countries speak English.
Right.
It is bizarre that we're still a superpower as well, because it's like, wow, we're a tiny little country.
Right.
I mean, when you live here, you don't think of it being that tiny, but when you look at these other countries, you think, wow, we are really tiny.
I want to go over there and go see like Buckingham Palace and stuff like that, and just see because it's so beautiful over there.
But I think from the outside looking in, yeah. But once you're over here, it's not that nice.
Does it rain a lot over there?
It rains a lot, yeah. I mean, the weather's hit and miss. I mean, at the moment, it's hot. It's supposed to be about 30 degrees tomorrow, but then on Saturday, it's supposed to be raining and 15 degrees. So overnight, it completely changes.
So it's cold there?
Not at the moment. It's very hot, but it will be cold on Saturday, yeah.
Here it's 67 out right now.
Yeah, but you go on Fahrenheit, don't you?
Yeah, you guys have Celsius, right?
Yeah, so we're 30 degrees on tomorrow, which I don't know what that would be in Fahrenheit. That would be quite high.
Let's see. I can look it up. 30 degrees. Oops, can't spell. Degrees. So it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Yeah.
So that's hot.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot one tomorrow. But then Saturday, it's going to be cold. It's going to be raining, and the highest it's going to get is 15. So that's what, 40?
That's like 40, yeah.
Yeah.
We had tornado watch last night. Wait, where are you, Jamie? Are you in because I know some places did have tornadoes and stuff. I know Ohio did. Hobbs and Bones didn't have power for a little while.
So I was talking to Patrick about that, and it's like these people, like you see that Twister film, and I know it's a film, but it's like that is real, and it's like if you lived in an area where there's tornadoes and twisters like that, I'd fucking move. I wouldn't stay there.
Well, the only place okay, you're in New York by Erie Lake. Oh, you're about like 4 hours from me, Jamie. We should meet up sometime. I live in Plattsburgh, New York, which is like 4 hours from there. The capital here of Tornado Alley, what they call is Tornado Alley, is like Kansas and stuff like that. It's Kansas. So, what happens is what the reason why tornadoes is because the atmosphere gets so hot and it starts getting hail and stuff like that, and that's what becomes a tornado, basically.
Yeah, but I just couldn't picture. I'd just live in a fucking shed if I lived there. I don't care about my house. Your house is a bit of a tip. Well, it could get blown away any minute, so what's the point making it look nice?
Right.
I don't understand why somebody want to live there.
Well, they don't get tornadoes all the time. It's just like in the summertime.
Yeah, I know, but still. If you've got one of them twisters with cars and stuff flying around, I wouldn't want to live there.
I lived in Florida and we had hurricanes.
Yeah, that's different though, isn't it? That's not going to suck your house up, is it?
Yeah, there's tornadoes and hurricanes.
We get hurricanes in the UK, but nothing that will.
But you guys call them cyclones, right?
Yeah, they're like what we call twisters, but we very, very rarely get those, and we don't get them where they're gonna destroy your house and suck it away. And
yeah, so you know, like the hurricanes that hit the Bahamas and all those small islands like St. Martin, St. Thomas, and all that.
Yeah.
So if the hurricane's up to a category 5, that's the most deadly, and that's like almost like a tornado, but worse than a tornado sometimes.
Yeah.
Because even in a hurricane, they can produce tornadoes.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't live near tornado either. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that would be nice.
More about snowstorms. Yeah, we get a lot of.
You know, if I got snow up to here, I could say, "Hey, I don't have to go to work. I can't get out of the house. Sorry."
Right.
Hey,
I
you have to manage without me today.
I haven't experienced my first snowstorm up here in New York yet.
Yeah, you get a lot of that, don't you? Because in summer it's hot, and then in winter it's cold, and then you get a lot of snow, don't you, in New York?
Well, when I moved here in March. So the first week I was here, we got snow, and then we got snow in April.
Wow.
Like this is the snow from April, right here.
Jeez. Wow.
And then this is when I first was in the snow, right there. That was like my.
Going from Florida to that, I bet you felt it, didn't you? Because I bet you don't get snow in Florida, do you?
No, it doesn't snow. It gets cold, but it doesn't snow. All right. Yeah, it doesn't snow. So yeah, what's your favorite horror film? Do you have a favorite horror film?
My favorite horror film. Oh, do you know that I've got so many? I'd say my favorite horror film from back in the day would be The Exorcist, and that's because to say it's from the 1970s and it can still get you to this day. It's like, well, even now, it can still have an impact.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite modern day horror film is probably The Conjuring Part 2. I love that film.
That one's the best one out of the Conjuring series, I think.
Yeah. I don't like to talk about number 3.
Have you seen The Nun? I think that's part of the Conjuring series too. Have you seen that one?
That was the weaker entry. I hated that when I first watched it, but then I watched it again and it wasn't too bad.
What about the Annabelles?
I love those. People slag. People give them a hard time, but I thought they're great. I've seen them all in the cinema, and I love them all. I think they're great. And I love The Curse of La Llorona.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Really good. Really good.
The video on my channel was from February. I was grilling out in a snowstorm. That's funny.
You're having a barbecue in the snow?
Yeah. Barbecue in the snow. I wouldn't do that. Well, I live in an apartment, so I can't have barbecue grills anyway. But I do like them though. But the apartment I live on the bottom floor, so I can't. It's a 3-story.
Well, have you got like communal gardens then that you all share gardens?
You barbecue in the snow often.
So I don't understand that. What would you have to do? Barbecue and then take the food indoors to eat it, or would you wrap up warm and sit outside and eat it?
You'd have to take it indoors to eat it.
Yeah, I've got a mate who's Australian, and he's always he'll barbecue in the slinging rain. He'll just put a canopy over it and barbecue. And you think, what's the point? Just put it in the oven.
I've not seen that movie. I grew up I like Friday the 13th and Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, the first Friday the 13th I thought was very poor. I think the introduction of Jason Voorhees did wonders for the franchise. The first Halloween was good. Number 2 ramped it up a bit, but then it went on to Season of the Witch and things like that, and lost its way a bit. But
Right.
I think one of my favourite from the 80s slasher wise would be A Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that's still a classic.
Yeah, it is. I think so. Because Freddy comes in your dreams, and that's an interesting original story where Freddy comes in your dreams. I mean, like, you have Jason who's just slashing people up around camp, and then you have Michael Myers who's just I don't even know if he's human or not human.
So the thing is why they got a mask on. Now it's like, okay, fair enough, but you never see him. Whereas Freddy Krueger was like hideously burnt, and you see him, he's just got a sweater on and a hat. And the weapon he's got is so original. The glove with the knives for fingers, I think, is wow. I can remember watching it as a youngster, and it terrified me. I was scared to go to sleep for weeks.
Right. Yeah. Well, just don't tell Patrick you like the first Halloween movie, because that's my favorite one, and Patrick doesn't like that one.
Well, do you know? I think it's overhyped.
Hey, Pierce, how are you? With this Friday the 13th lawsuit that keeps happening, I doubt they'll have any. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I like the reboot. I thought that was good, even though it was Michael Bay. I thought that when I heard Michael Bay was doing Friday the 13th, I thought, oh my god, but it wasn't bad.
Oh, the one I don't like Michael Bay too much. I don't like.
He destroyed Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I know. I was like, just keep it from the 80s. Was it 80s when it first came out, or was it the 70s?
1990
when it came out?
Yeah, the original one. Yes, the cartoon started in the 80s, but the first film, the only Ninja Turtles film, as far as I'm concerned, was 1990. Yeah,
with Casey and stuff, right?
Casey Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't have Bebop and Rocksteady. It just has Shredder and Tatsu as the main villains.
Gotcha. Yeah, I liked those. I grew up with those, and the kids growing up in the 90s watching those. The Ninja Turtles.
I bought it on Blu-ray thinking, oh yeah, the picture's going to be a lot better, and it was too clean. And I think the original, the imperfections, the grain, it actually hids a lot of the sort of dodgy lines on the latex suits and things like that, whereas you could see it all on the Blu-ray version. So I'd still say the DVD or the VHS is better version.
Right. Yeah, I don't even have those. I used to have them in my old collection. Now I'm restarting my collection, so I only got a few movies right now in my collection. I got The Scream, I got Jaws. What else did I get? I got Licorice Pizza because I really wanted to see that movie, and it wasn't on streaming, so I just bought it.
Well, I think physical media is dying out, though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Because people are streaming more. I can remember back in the day, you used to have record shops, and you had Virgin, you had Our Price, and all that in our country. You had a lot of independent record shops as well. Just don't have them anymore. Yeah, all
What are you doing?
Rainbow Fried, DeRay, how are we?
I had her on my channel a couple weeks ago.
I saw. She's cool. I actually saw something on her Instagram today, and she records in her kitchen. And I always assumed she was in like a darkened room or something, but she's not. And that was really cool.
I need to start my physical media collection. Yes, you and me both, DeRay. Me and you both. I grew up and then in the 70s. Yeah. I wasn't born in the 70s. I was born in the late 80s. So
I was a twinkle in the milkman's eye in 1979.
I was born in 1986, so I was like the late 80s. My birthday is actually in a couple weeks.
Happy birthday for a couple of weeks, Katie.
Thank you. My birthday is. You guys celebrate birthdays over there too, right?
No, we don't bother with that.
No.
Of course we do. Yeah.
My birthday.
Although once you get past a certain age, you forget about them.
My birthday is a week from Monday, So the 27th is my birthday.
Yeah. I just had mine last Tuesday, 7th of June.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, Jamie, you don't even look that old.
I know, I keep saying that. She's like that little girl out of the Orphan film, who's actually an old woman, but in a young woman's face.
Oh, it isn't my house. I'm in Denver in a hotel right now. My usual studio, which, yeah, is much bigger, yeah.
Ah, I thought that was like your kitchen or something. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, she's in Denver for a couple months, actually. Oh, right. Yeah, I was born in 1971. Yeah. A lot of people still think I'm like 16 because I'm short. I'm like 5'3", 5'2", and a lot of people will go, "You're at work, especially." They're like, "Shouldn't you be in school?" I'm like, "No, I'm 35 years old, 36 almost."
I mean, 5'3", 5'4", that's not that short for a woman. Well, not in this country, anyway.
No, it's short here in America, though.
Yeah, well, then again, because I see like Stallone and that's only like 5'8". Al Pacino's like 5'3", something like that.
Mm-hmm. Happy belated birthday. Thank you.
Thank you, DeRay.
I'm short. I'm 5 foot.
Ah, you are short
You look
then.
very good. Thank you. Oh man, The Orphan is the best. Oh, I like The Orphan too.
I'm looking forward to the sequel. They keep talking about
Me
it.
too.
I don't know when it's coming out. They've finished it apparently.
Me too. I want to see that too, as well. What remake would you want to see? Do you want to see any remakes? What would you guys like to see in a remake?
Do you know, I've thought about this quite a bit, and I would love to see a remake of Arachnophobia. Now they are doing it, but I'd love to see it darker, more adult. I would love that because I don't like spiders, so for me that was quite a scary watch.
Right.
But yeah,
I've never seen that movie actually.
I thought that was a classic.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to check it out.
You'll have to give it a watch. If you don't like spiders, it might be a bit of a hard watch for you, but...
Well, I don't like spiders to begin with, or snakes, or anything like that, so that's probably why you don't watch movies.
I was going to say I'd like to see a remake of Anaconda, but they're doing that as well.
Yeah. Tourist Trap. I haven't seen that one either.
I've not seen that, no.
Yeah, I haven't seen... There's a lot of... Actually, you know Night Watch Zone? Do you know who that is? Night Watch Zone? They do a lot of, like, on Mondays, they do Slasher Club. A lot of those movies I've never seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That they do. We need another Firestarter, the remake. The new one was alright. I didn't like it as much as the original one with Drew Barrymore.
See, I think although The Fly is a remake, I'd love to see another remake of that because that's nearly 40 years old now. Isn't it? 1986 or something like that.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies. And it's also a book.
No, The Fly.
Oh, The Fly.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies would be good. Because they've done a film of that already, haven't they?
Yes. I didn't like The Fly, so I won't watch that or The Human Centipede ever again.
Oh, The Human Centipede. That gets a lot of... I think it's unjustified because I don't think it's that bad. I
didn't like it at all, so I won't watch them.
All right. Remake number two was really bad.
What?
Number 2, The Human Centipede Part 2 was strong, but the first one was quite tame in comparison.
Mm-hmm. And Michelle's saying I love The Fly with Jeff.
Yeah, brilliant
I'm
film.
surprised Jen, because I'm talking about Jeff. I'm surprised Jen's not talking about Jeff Goldblum's butt.
See, I love the remake of Friday the 13th.
So, yeah, some of them are good. The Friday the 13th.
I'd like to see a remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street done properly, not like the last effort we had. That was terrible.
Nightmare on Elm Street? Which one?
The original. I just didn't like. Was it 2010? The remake? I didn't like that. No.
Wasn't that? Didn't Wes Craven direct that before he passed away?
No. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think it was his. It was Jackie Earl Hurley, whatever his name was, who played Freddy Krueger in that. I thought the last one Wes Craven did was A New Nightmare back in
1994, A New Nightmare.
Yeah.
That was 1994. Let me see. I thought he did Nightmare on Elm Street before he passed away, but I don't think he
No. He did the Hills Have Eyes remake that he was the executive producer on that, and that was a really good remake. That was.
Right? Didn't he do the original Hills Have Eyes?
Yes, he did the original. Then he executive produced the remake, and that was really good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Human Centipede is a favorite, but definitely not for everybody. Yeah, it's one of those movies I didn't like. Yeah. The Fly visual effects were really good. Oh.
Yeah, but this is it. This is what I'm saying. They were great back in 1984, whenever it was. But if they redid it now, it would be, so long as they didn't use CGI, I think it would be an absolute masterclass.
Right.
That would.
They should do a remake of American Werewolf in London. Yeah. I agree with you on that. But the original is so iconic, especially because they didn't have like that kind of technology back then in a werewolf in that one. It's so good.
I love the transformation scene in American Werewolf in London, but when he was the actual werewolf running through London, I didn't like it. I think a werewolf should be on. I think a werewolf should be on 2 legs, not 4.
Right. Yes, The Hills Have Eyes. The remake is really good.
It is definitely DeRay, definitely.
Last movie was My Soul, Take My Soul, which I feel is underrated. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. That was another one. Was it 1987, The Fly? Sorry, Matthew, I thought it was 84.
No, I think it was 1987, so a year after I was born. The movie came out. My dad said they went to the movie theater. I guess I was maybe a couple months old or something. They went to the movie theater and they brought me, and it was some kind of action film from the 86. And my mom said I wouldn't stop screaming because I guess the loud noise is bothering me. So she had to take me out of the theater and just hang out with me in the lobby or something.
Yeah.
American Werewolf, yeah, it's a true classic. The Stuff, I haven't even seen The Stuff. Is that a good one?
I don't think I've seen it.
Jamie, what is that one?
I've not heard of that one. The Stuff.
This is the remake of. I haven't seen that one.
Well, they have done a remake of The Blob back in the 80s.
The Blob? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but again, another remake would be good with that one.
The Blob, I love the 88
Yeah,
Blob.
that was the remake of the original.
I remember The Blob as well, Steve McQueen, and the later one.
Steve McQueen was the original, and it was remade back in the 80s.
Stuff is great, ass boss. That tells me that he probably didn't like it or something. I don't know.
Vass and Gareth keep ganging up on me to try and take me down, but it always fails.
The Stuff is from you can watch it on Tubi, but you guys don't have Tubi in the UK.
No.
The Stuff is from 1984. It's a horror sci-fi. And this is what it looks like. The guy has stuff coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, Gareth recommended another film to me, a horror sci-fi, which he said was great, and it was piss poor. It was horrendous. I can't even remember what it was called. I spent 15 quid on that as well, which is about $20 to watch it, and so
The Stuff is a Private detective investigates a consumer taste treat that absolutely is delicious, just possibly lethal. That's what it says.
It sounds like bad taste. I'm just going to
It
the
has
toilet.
Michael Majority in it, or however you say his name. But it looks interesting. Maybe I'll do that because I'm starting a Sci-Fi Saturday, so maybe I'll do that for Sci-Fi Saturday 1 week. I like horrors where yeah, I do too. I didn't see the remake. Yeah, there's a lot of different movies that I want to do. I'm going to start doing horror Saturdays. If anybody wants to join in on horror Saturdays, I mean Sci-Fi Saturdays, you're more than welcome to. It's about getting addicted to stuff that is bad for you. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Do you guys have any questions for Ricky in the chat? Let me know. You guys have any questions?
Regarding remakes, I don't know about the people in the comments, but I would love to see a 4K release of Ridley Scott's Black Rain with Michael Douglas, because in the UK we've only got the DVD of that, and it's a criminally underrated film. That is, I think that is an absolute masterclass in filmmaking. Brilliant film.
That would be really good.
But we've only got DVD in this country, and the quality on it is crap.
Yeah. You guys don't have Blu-rays over there?
Yeah, we've got Blu-rays, but they just never released Black Rain on Blu-ray. You can only get it on an import from a different country.
Gotcha.
We've got Blu-rays and 4Ks. I've got an 80-inch 4K telly. It's like, you know, we've got all the technology, but they've never really re-released Black Rain.
Gotcha. I haven't seen Black Rain. I should probably watch it.
Really good film. Yeah, but again, it's Ridley Scott, but it's so underrated. People don't add that into the conversation when they talk about his films. And it's definitely Michael Douglas's best film that I've seen, anyway.
Right. Michael Douglas is all right.
It's got Andy Garcia in it as well, and he gets killed in a brutal way.
Oh, you can watch it. Okay, I can watch Black Rain. I've never seen it, but it's on Plex for free, so I can watch it.
Yeah, give it a watch and let me know what you think, because it is an amazing film.
Once I watch it over the weekend, I will send you the link to the video and you can watch it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I'll need to watch up on everyone's stuff since the taking a break for a while. That's okay, Tony. Everybody deserves a break. What's your top favorite horror films? Why ask Ricky that, please? So your top 5 horror films.
My top 5 horrors of all time. I don't know. I've never done that. We've done like the top 10 horrors to watch at Halloween. But I think me personally, my top 10 would include The Conjuring Part 2. It would include a program that's released on DVD now. Tony might know this. It's called Ghost Watch. It was released in '92 on Halloween, and it duped the nation thinking that we were watching something real, and it wasn't. A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Exorcist, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to throw in The Human Centipede Part 2.
Mine would be, if I had one, mine would be the Rob Zombie's Halloween, because I really like that version. But I mean, like,
that gets a lot of hate as well, and I thought that was really good. That was a solid film.
The second one kind of sucked, but I would have to say Nightmare on Elm Street, I would have to say The Hills Have Eyes, because I really like that one, the remake. Because I haven't seen the original, I've only seen the remake.
Yeah, you're not. The original hasn't aged well.
The fourth one, I would have to say Aliens, but technically, it's technically a sci-fi horror.
See, I always see Aliens as an action film.
I don't know. It could be. I guess it could go either way.
I know it is horror, yeah, but I always look at it as. I think the first Alien film I saw was Aliens, and I've always looked at it as just a kick-ass sort of action film.
And then I have to go with the fifth. The fifth one that I like is The Shining. Stanley Kubrick. I like Stanley Kubrick movies too.
Yeah. I think Stanley Kubrick's best for me was Full Metal Jacket. I thought that was an amazing.
Oh yeah, that was a really good one. I forgot he even did that one.
Yeah, it was more of a sort of a press insight to Vietnam, how the press were perceiving the war, and I thought that was a really good spin on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the ending, the way that it ended. Oh, that ending, I'm just like, nope. That's why if I hear somebody talking about suicide or anything, I'm just like, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know. I prefer the original Halloween movies. Didn't think much of the remakes. Rob Zombie, I've seen them. Yeah.
See, I wasn't blown over by the newest Halloween films. I think they were very overhyped.
Have a good day. Thank you.
See you later, Ray. Take care.
You too. Have a great day, Ray. Yeah. I mean, like, I like the original Halloween because who doesn't love John Carpenter? John Carpenter can do everything.
See, I like it, but I think, I mean, to me, it was a bit. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I thought it was a bit boring.
Right. You don't like John Carpenter?
You know, I think John Carpenter's best for me personally is Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
I wasn't a massive fan of The Thing or The Fog, Escape from New York. Halloween is a classic, I will give it that, and I love that film. But if you put that next to A Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm going to say A Nightmare on Elm Street all day, every day.
Right. But yeah, but I like. The reason why I think I like John Carpenter is because he also did all the music for most of his movies as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You know, because he's like also a composer, I guess, in a way, and a director. So that's why I like him. But but I mean, like, I think movie scores are the best part of the movies as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like soundtracks. You know. Like Disney, like the original Disney movies, they were all singing, and now some of them they don't even sing, and it's like, what? What are we watching? It's not a Disney movie.
I must admit, Disney, although I've sort of slated it a bit, I think the Jungle Book remake that they did, the live action, was absolutely brilliant. Love that. It was good.
Actually, Jungle Book is my least favorite Disney movie.
The original or the remake?
No, the whole thing. I do not like the Jungle Book, actually.
So I wasn't keen on the original. I grew up watching that sort of stuff, but the remake.
I watched the originals too. That and Pinocchio.
Yeah. I like Pinocchio as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the new one.
With Tom Hanks playing Geppetto. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that'll be good because I love Tom Hanks in. I thought he did a brilliant job as well in what's the other one he did where he did the motion capture, Polar Express. I thought that was Polar Express.
That's one of my favorite Christmas movies and one of my favorite Christmas books.
The Jim Carrey version of A Christmas Carol. That's no, I didn't like the Grinch, but the Jim Carrey A Christmas Carol where he played Scrooge is amazing. I think that sticks so really close to the novel as well.
I mean, like, I like Jungle Book. I like the new remake of Jungle Book, but Jungle Book's just my least favorite Disney movie. besides
Well,
Pinocchio?
yeah, I wasn't keen. I wasn't keen on the Jungle Book, the original. So I think that's why I loved the remake so much. And there wasn't so much singing. That's what I didn't like about the Beauty and the Beast remake. Is it's more like a musical. It's singing, 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 singing. Shut up! Just get on with it.
Right.
But I'm not a musical sort of. I can remember going to watch Sweeney Todd in the cinema.
Oh, I love Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, well, that's the first time I fell asleep in the cinema. I didn't realize it was a musical.
Oh, it's a horror musical.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
It's also
know
a Broadway play too.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys have Broadway plays over there, right?
Yeah. Well, we don't call them. I think maybe we might call them Broadway plays, but yeah, we have productions and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, New York's big for them. The city of New York.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Yeah, I mean, we have them in London, big time as well.
Is Snow White. Yeah, Snow White's a classic. That's Walt's first film. One of his first films, I should say.
Yeah.
But did you know Snow White's the youngest Disney princess? Did you all know that? She's only 14.
See, did it actually say that in the film?
No, but she's the youngest Disney princess. It's a fun fact. They don't say it in the film, but it's a fun fact.
But how did I know then she's only 14?
I guess Walt said it somewhere.
Oh, okay. It was like the voice actress for her at 14 or something.
No, the voice.
I was going to say it sounded like a middle-aged woman.
It was a middle-aged person. Was the original? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, she was like 14.
Oh, okay. Never knew that.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because she's like 14. She's the youngest princess. And it's just interesting how they are.
I didn't know they put ages to them. I didn't know they had like the youngest and the oldest. I mean, how old was Rapunzel out of Tangled then?
I'm looking it up right now. I'll tell you because I don't know how old she is, but okay. So
she looked young.
So Snow White was 14. Jasmine was 15. Ariel was 16, Aurora was 16, Mulan was 16, Merida 16, Belle 17, Pocahontas was 18, Rapunzel's 18, Cinderella was 19, and Tiana's 19.
All right, okay. I never knew they had ages.
Yeah. Everything has ages.
You go. Every day's a school day.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I said Snow White's the youngest. Because there's, do you guys have Cards Against Humanity there? Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I've got that game, yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
always a good fun one.
They have a Disney version of it. And one of my friends put something, we like mixed the cards up and we put the Cards with Humanity against the Cards with Disney. And one of my friends was saying something. I was like, you do realize Snow White's only 14 years old. I can't say it on here. I'll tell you off camera. But I was like, you do realize she's 14 and that's so wrong. It was so funny.
See, yeah, but I mean, if I made a remark about Snow White, I wouldn't ever have known she was 14. It's a cartoon at the end of the day, isn't it?
Fascinating combo about princesses.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all have ages.
Well, I'm assuming Cards Against Humanity would be slightly different in the States to what it is in the UK because we've got some stuff like Madeleine McCann and things like that in the Cards Against Humanity in this country, which I don't think you'd have in the States because you probably don't know who she is.
I don't know who she is. Is she like
no, there you go. So yeah, you're going to have different versions.
Is she like a prime minister or something?
No, she was a little girl who went missing. It's quite controversial, the whole story about her.
I'll have to look it up.
So again, you can make some pretty horrific Cards Against Humanity if you get the Madeleine McCann card.
That's what they do with Hillary Clinton here. The Hillary Clinton card or the Donald Trump card. That's what they do here.
Is she popular then, Hillary Clinton, in the States? Because she was running against Trump and Trump won and everybody's moaning about Trump. So how bad must have Hillary Clinton been? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I like Alice. Yeah, I like Alice in Wonderland too. Yeah, she's not a princess, but she's really cool. I say when Walt made Cinderella, he must have been on acid or something. I mean, no, Alice in Wonderland. The way that the film is, he must have been on acid or something.
Well, no, isn't it? It's based on a Lewis Carroll book, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But the way he made the movie, though, he must have been on an acid trip. Hillary wanted to be president since 1992, since Bill Clinton was president.
Yeah, yeah.
Bill Clinton.
I'm not gonna say anything about Bill Clinton because it's too easy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. Well, Bill Clinton's in there too. He's in the Cards Against Humanity too. In the States.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of jokes about Bill Clinton in this country, Monica Lewinsky.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
You know, there is here too, but I can't say them on camera because I'll get in trouble.
All right, okay. I'll be on best behavior then, Katie. Sorry, I've sworn a few times.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get in trouble if I say too much because I don't want my YouTube channel to go down. That's why I don't really curse or anything on my channel, because I heard if you say the F word and stuff, that that you can get banned and stuff.
My channel should have been taken down on day one then.
I know, right?
I've dropped the C-bomb a few times and I'm going to have to clean up my act a bit, aren't I? No, I can't. I'd rather my YouTube channel got taken down.
But no, I honestly don't like the F word. That's why you never hear me say it.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I don't care if other people say it, but I just...
Oh, excellent. Fuck it.
I just don't say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I have much respect for Hillary. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people have respect for her. But I don't know, like now since we have a Madam Girl Vice President, I'm all for it, but I don't really know her. You know what I'm saying? The Vice President here is a girl. I don't really know her.
Mama Trump's going to rerun for president in 24.
Who? Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you think after Biden they'd go for him though? Because Biden, let's face it, he's
Biden. They call him Brandon over here.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only man I know who can fall up a flight of stairs 3 times on the trot.
But I don't know who I'll vote for in the next election. You know, hey, the film Dutch, but the film
Raymond.
How you doing? The film Dutch, the
Dutch film buff. This guy, he's an expert on movies. He'll tell you all about. If you ever have a question on films, ask Raymond. He knows the answer.
Yeah, I've only seen him a couple of times in chats. I need to here. I'm gonna go follow him now. I've only seen him a couple of times in chats. And
give him a follow. He's a legend.
I don't really know him, but I've seen him before.
Yeah. If Raymond doesn't know the answer, nobody does.
But I'm gonna go follow him now. Oh, where are you? All right, I'm following you now, Raymond. Wow, you need more subscribers, dude.
Yeah, he does. But don't we all?
Yes. Not to mention the riots and the trials. Yeah, they're going on now. Okay, awesome.
What is the January 6th thing? What is all that about?
You didn't hear about that?
What was that the riot. One where it wasn't the BLM, was it?
It's the riot when it was when they were January 6th is when they were announcing, like, after we all voted, announcing who won, and that's when Biden's supposed to take over, and Donald Trump made a speech, and then all these people rioted our Capitol building.
Oh, I remember now. Well, because there's the other one, wasn't there, where they're rioting in Washington and Trump had to hide underground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The government, yes. They stormed the Capitol building, yes.
Was that that one? Was that?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
And now people are getting arrested for it.
What, a year and a half later?
Yeah. All the people that were in the riot, all the people that were in the Capitol building, all the people that were in the offices of the senators and stuff, they're all getting arrested now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was home that day and I was watching it, and all of a sudden I seen all these people go over the Capitol building. I've been to the Capitol building, actually.
Yeah.
Like 500 people have been arrested for it.
500 people?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all want to see a cool picture? Do you know who Vanilla Ice is? I'll show you. You know who Vanilla Ice is?
I will let you know once I see a picture. His name don't ring a bell.
That guy right here.
Who's that? Oh, Vanilla Ice. Yeah, I know Vanilla Ice. Of course I know Vanilla Ice.
Look at that. I got a picture with him.
Henry. No, I can't. It's not Henry Winkler. That's the Fonz. I can't remember his name in real life. Winkle or something like that.
Yeah, it's Winkle. That's his last name.
Yeah. I used to do him in karaoke, Vanilla Ice. Ice Baby. Always used to get
I met him coming out of a club. There was frightening things to witness, even here from the Netherlands, and that was almost a couple.
A couple, yeah.
Oh, he's from the Netherlands too?
Yeah. Hence the reason the Dutch film. Well, then again, Pablo's from the Netherlands as well, but he's in the UK now. He's Dutch.
I didn't know that.
No, it's not Henry Winkler. That was the Fonz, wasn't it, Henry Winkler?
Yes, the Fonzie. Mm-hmm. His name is... Hold on.
Is something Winkle or something? I can't remember now.
Vanilla Ice. Let me see. It's
the third or something like that. Is it the third or the second? Or I can't remember now. He's been irrelevant since the early 90s, hasn't he?
Robert Matthew Van Winkle.
Van Winkle. Is it the third?
Let me look. No, it just says Robert Matthew Van Winkle.
There you go, Van Winkle. That was it, Robert Van Winkle.
Yeah, he actually lived. He actually lived where I lived. He actually lived AJKS. He actually please tell Ricky I loved his skit when he was the Wolverine.
I've never been Wolverine.
Is he talking about the Halloween video?
I don't know. He keeps calling me Wolverine. I'm not too sure why.
Maybe because you look a little bit like Wolverine?
Maybe. I don't know.
He lived about 10 to 15 minutes from where I used to live in Florida. And he has all kinds of exotic animals and stuff. And so that night we were leaving the club and we got a picture of him because my friend saw his car outside and it was like a really nice car. It was like a really nice Corvette, and so he let us sit in it and stuff.
Well, I mean, you guys, obviously you'll know Suge Knight, won't you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he hung Vanilla Ice over a balcony on the top floor of a hotel by his ankles. He was the executive CEO for Death Row Records that had like Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Tupac Shakur, people like that on. Mm-hmm. He's in prison now.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Suge Knight. He was one of my heroes as a youngster. Put it that way.
Right. Do you Bye John? Do you like what kind of music do you like? Do you like rap?
I love hip hop. I love all music. You know, as a kid, I used to make R&B and hip hop music. I've recorded well over 100 songs. Um,
Mhm.
but as I've got older, I think I've gone more into classical music, and
Mhm.
um, my favorite artist of all time is still Tupac Shakur. I think he is an
Mhm.
absolute legend. God bless him. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think as a youngster it was like hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, nothing else. I don't listen to anything else. But now as I've got older, I listen to more sort of 80s pop music and things like that as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, I like a little bit of everything, but I do not like country.
No, no, I must. Or what's the other thing I can't stand? Thrash metal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Jamie
can't.
wants to hear you do hip hop.
Oh, I'll have to upload some videos, Jamie.
And then the film buff is saying
See,
upload
the thing
one.
is, all my stuff was recorded on tape back in the mid 90s. So
Thank you, Michelle.
I've got a thing where I can now transfer from tape to MP3, so I can start uploading hopefully. But again,
Just
they're old now. I mean, I was like in my teens at the time. I was a late teenager, so
uh just be careful of copyrights if you upload it onto the YouTube.
they're my songs.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's why my intro, Casey, he made it, you know Casey, Inner Whip Kaiju.
yeah, yeah.
He made my intro videos, you know the intro music that I
Oh
have now.
wow. Okay.
He made it for me.
Yeah, I mean, nearly every video I upload, I get a copyright claim. I've never had a strike, but I always get a copyright claim. So I always put clips or sounds or something in.
I've never gotten any of it because I don't put anything on there
Yeah,
because I don't know how to edit my videos. So a lot of people don't realize that I do my videos all in one take.
yeah. Well, I used to, and then I got a bit sporty with an editing tool, and now, but I still do it in one take. But when me and Pablo record, it can go on for about an hour sometimes. So I just have to
Mhm.
cut bits out.
And film is saying he's old too. Aren't we all old? We're all
Yeah,
older.
we're all getting old.
Yes. I say I feel like I'm 80 years old sometimes when I leave work because my back and my legs are like hurting me because I
I'm
stand up
exactly
all
the
day.
same. I get sciatica a lot in my lower back.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. I get in from work and I'll sit on the sofa or something. I'll stand up. I'm like an old hag. Oh, got my
Yep,
back.
I'm like that too. I'm the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah, speaking of which, I have to get off here soon because I have to go to work. And then I'll be
No,
back later on tonight.
you need to say it properly. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yes.
Um, I'll be back later on tonight because Jennifer, Tochi, and I and the strange monkey will be doing taking over the midnight hour because the midnight hour the other people are taking a break this week.
Patrick can't be taking a break, surely.
Patrick's on the Midnight Society, so he only comes on the midnight hour to help out. If he wants to come up, he can, but
Yeah,
he
of course. Sorry. So I'm getting confused now with the Midnight Hour and the Midnight Society.
Midnight Society is on Sunday night
Yeah.
from 9 to 11, and then the midnight hour is usually on from 10 on Thursday nights from 10 to 12
Yeah.
12 a.m.
You need
Eastern
to change
Standard
the
Time.
name. Take Midnight out of the name.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Tell,
I'm getting confused.
tell Hobbs that.
Yeah,
Brittany is
I'll have a word with Josh.
Yeah, have a word with Josh and tell Josh. Britney Spears is even putting ads on my cover of Unprotected. Oh wow.
Overprotected, yeah.
Yeah, Cal. I remember listening to her when I first started listening to music. I listened to her and the boy bands when I started listening to music. Like the Backstreet Boys and the NSYNC and stuff.
Yeah. That's all a bit after my time.
I was more of a Backstreet Boy fan than an NSYNC fan. So I would listen to them in 98 Degrees. I would listen to all of them, really.
I used to like New Kids on the Block back in the 80s, around the same time as Vanilla Ice was out with Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, I like New Kids on the Block as well.
Yeah.
They all look the New Kids. I've seen pictures of them recently. I'm like, wow, they got old.
Yeah, they're not kids on the block anymore, are they?
No. The only one that aged well was Donnie.
I can't remember which is which.
Donnie Wahlberg. He plays on Blue Bloods. Have you seen that show?
No. But do you know Marky Mark?
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, he was good as well.
All right, have a good night, film. What did he say? I'll check out your channel. When are you and Vass going to brainstorm, Ricky? I laughed my ass off.
Oh, well, me and Vass, we got to go again because Vass isn't taking it lying down.
Tell him in Hollywood calling my video, he said I wanted to be John McClane, and I said he looks more like
Yes. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. It was a competition entry, and Hollywood came knocking, and I kept answering the door, and I was getting called all sorts of names like the Elephant Man.
But you do kind of look like Wolverine, though.
Hasn't he got massive sideburns?
Yeah, without the sideburns.
Yeah, okay.
Good vibrations, yes. That's what he's famous for. But he doesn't even really like to be called Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch anymore.
I know, because he was supposed to be a bit of a bad one back in the day, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think he went to prison a few times.
I don't know. Has he? I don't even know.
I think he got banged up a few times.
Mark Wahlberg. Let's see. I actually had a crush on him. He's only 51. I didn't even know that.
Only?
Yeah. So, Mark Wahlberg won in June 1986. He was 15. Three friends chased after 3 blocks, children yelling, King the N-word, and throwing back rocks at them. The next day, Wahlberg and the following group, mostly 4th graders, included some of the victims. So he got arrested for that, for a civil suit. And then 1988, assaulted another. Something happened where a rape assault in 1988 or something.
Yeah, I know he got in and out of trouble quite a lot.
Yeah, 1992, he fractured a neighbor's jaw. In 2008, he got arrested. 2006. 2014, he applied for a pardon. Yeah, so he hasn't been arrested since 2016.
That's all right then.
Huh?
I haven't been arrested since 1998.
I've never been arrested.
Ooh, okay.
I'm a good girl. I've never been arrested.
The original Turtles is the best one.
Yeah. Donnie Wahlberg in Saw 2, he was awesome in Saw 2. I was born in 1976. So he goes first in trouble for beating. Yes. I guess maybe he's racist. I don't even know.
But back then, he would have been young.
Well, I don't think he's racist now, but maybe back when he
was. No, I think, and I had this chat before as well, that stuff that was more acceptable back in the day that's frowned upon now, it's like, it goes back to, black people couldn't go into white people's neighborhoods and vice versa, and that was accepted. It was society. Well, obviously these days it's not. So was Mark Wahlberg a racist, or was he just doing what he thought was right? Who knows? But people mature, people grow up, people's opinions change. So
exactly, that's the way I feel about it. You know, yes, the jaw was broken because of a race related. Yes, woke. I never got that word woke. What people are saying woke. I
hate that word. I absolutely hate it because it's almost to the point now where you can't say anything without offending a certain group of people, and it's like, Jesus Christ. I grew up watching comedians like, I mean, obviously you won't know it over there, but people like Alf Garnett, Bernard Manning, and it was funny. It was like mildly racist because it was acceptable at the time. And now they're saying you're not allowed to find that funny anymore. And it's like, well, I grew up laughing at that stuff, you know. And it's at the end of the day, it's a joke. It's not real, you know. Because you laugh at a joke that's deemed racist, doesn't mean you're a racist. It means you find something funny. You know, I know black people who poke fun at white people as a joke and stuff like that, and I'll still find that funny, even though it's aimed at, you know, it's a joke. It's not real.
Right. Yeah.
I think in today's society, people look for offense where there just isn't.
It was more likely to chase kids, and race was condoned, than the good or good Mayday speech. Yeah,
definitely. I think so. I think that always gets thrown into it. If it's different skin tones, then people are always going to say it's a race thing.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
But I like Mark Wahlberg. I think he's done some amazing films. Yeah,
I do too. He's a good actor. You know, like everybody, like, I'm sure there's certain things that certain people don't like about certain people and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we live and we learn, you know.
I think everybody, if they look at themselves in the mirror, they will say there's stuff they've done that they're ashamed of.
Right. Exactly.
And they wouldn't do that again because they learned from past mistakes, or they were young and they didn't have the knowledge.
Check out I'm not saying Reels. He's an amazing voice. Tourist Trap is awesome. Yeah, I agree with you. You know, just because back then he got arrested a few times for stupid crap, now he's learned his lesson and he's like, nope, I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've all been there, especially men. You know, we've all lost our temper and we've done stuff we regret, but you don't have the benefit of intellect from age, and that's something that comes with time.
Right. Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, I have to get going. But come back tonight. Jennifer and I and the Strange Monkey will be on the midnight hour at 10 p.m. or it might be like a little bit after 10 because I get off at 9, maybe 9:30. And then we'll be back for that. Ricky, you're welcome back anytime. You guys go follow Ricky. Do you guys have any new videos coming up, Ricky?
There's a couple. Do you know, just as what we've touched on, I've got a video coming up of why woke Hollywood is crumbling. Dare I say it? And me and Pablo are going to be back very soon with more sort of top fives and stuff like that.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah. And if you and Pablo want to come on sometime, you guys are more than welcome to.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to get Pablo to do more lives because he's very, do you know, he's very camera shy.
Is he? He doesn't seem to be.
No, I know, but he is.
Well, he doesn't have to turn on his camera if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'll definitely get him on some soon.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys back here tonight. And guys, go follow Ricky. He's awesome. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Take care.